The 5233 is a scaled down model of 5800, priced at Rs 7500 approximately, compared to 500's price tag of Rs 13,000. This one is definitely for the masses. Moving on from the elite and the music lovers, Nokia is trying to exploit the base segment of the market and rake in huge numbers with the 5233. So what is the difference between the 5233 and the 500? Let's take a closer look. Okay. When we look at the front of the phones, we can see that the 5233 is missing the 3G camera. That's because the 5233 doesn't have a 3G. Okay, now let's take a look on the sides of the phone. We can see that the 5800 has dual speakers, whereas the 5233 doesn't. The rest of it remains the same. Now let's take a look at the back of the camera, or the back of the phone. We can see that the 5233 houses a 2 megapixel camera compared to the 500's 3.2 megapixel camera, and the 5233 lacks the dual LED flash as well. Okay. Now when we look at the other side, we see that there's no difference. The phone's basically the same. Let's take a look at the top of the phone. Okay, even they look the same. You have the USB connector, the 3.5mm jack, the small Nokia charger, and then you have the on-off button. Okay, and when I feel the phone, the 5233 is a lot sturdier than the 500, though the plastic feel of the phone remains, and besides we can also see and feel that the phone is a bit heavier than the original 500. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at the user interface of both these phones. So looking at the home screen, we see that the home screen in the 5233 is highly customized. You already have this add contact button. Okay, this gives you the option of adding 4 contacts onto your home screen, and there's an interesting option of setting up the email that will allow you to use your email directly. And then you have other 4 shortcut buttons. Obviously you can adjust them and change them to according to your preferences. We have here the Facebook, then write SMS, the Nokia OV Maps, and the OV Store. Now let's go inside the home screen to the menu bar. Here there's not much of a difference. Both of them are more or less the same. And let's see at the applications here. We see that the applications here are more sorted. They have made some folders, for installing the applications and to download. Then there's a separate game folder as well. You have a very good game called Roller Coaster here. Okay. Although this one takes a bit of time to load up. Let me tell you this, it's a very interesting game. Okay. Okay, so let's see. You have 2 buttons to brake and to move forward. So you go ahead and play like this. Now reaching the end of the game. More or less this one's an interesting game, should be popular with people. And there's a separate office folder as well, where you've got the regular dictionary, file manager, and the converter in the notes. Okay, and here's the OV store as well. This one's the difference between the 500 and the 5233. The OV store comes pre-installed. Okay, now let's take a look at the messaging on both the phones. Okay, now coming to the new message. Okay, now let's take a look at the input options that you have. Now a small difference that we can see over here is that the 500 gives you 4 options: the handwriting, the mini QWERTY keyboard, the full screen QWERTY, alphanumeric keypad. And when you take a look at the 5233, it just gives you the handwriting and the alphanumeric keypad when you hold it vertically. And let's go horizontal. Okay, and now let's take a look at the options. Okay, now when you go ahead in the horizontal way, you still have got 4 options in 500: the handwriting, mini QWERTY, full screen QWERTY, and the alphanumeric keypad. But coming to the 5233, it just changes to the handwriting and the full screen QWERTY. Okay, that's one of the difference. Let's get out of this as well. Yeah, more or less the user interface in both the phones is the same, as both of them use the Symbian 60 5th edition software. Okay, let's take a look at the calendar. Okay, interface remains the same. We've got no contacts on this one, so this will be blank. Okay, it's the same. The rest of them are basically the same, as you can see over here.